It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And up next is one of the league's best.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. First carry now for David Montgomery. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They're going to look to throw. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. Touchdown, Chicago! Laviska Shenault. His now on the year. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was the touchdown catch from Laviska Shenault that capped it all off. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Walker now on first and 10. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
They're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 43. first carry here for Kene Nwangu. Down to the 42, second down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 49 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
Check right.
Walker with another carry. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Hollywood Marquise Brown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. This offense gets set for a new series. We take a look at Laviska Shenault leading them out. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now here.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Read option. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Strike 60.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Running left is Walker, and he is going to lose yardage here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Looking to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they had pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Striker, 3-3.
They'll look to throw. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. He will have the conversion and more than that. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. See David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield is incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he's got some space here. Touchdown! Vikings. Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. Back to throw now on first down. Claypool with another catch. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And ultimately this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal. To Montgomery on second down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage. Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on second down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 35. 190 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On second down, it's Walker. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, 38 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up a throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down. The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 10. They'll throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They'll look to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at third and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Back to throw again.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Second and 3. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on first and 10. Running right, here's Walker. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
214 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Here's Walker.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Again, it's Walker.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll try and run Walker. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Ken Walker with his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Onto the field now come the Bears.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Escaping the pressure running. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This will be a work on the third half. After this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings are going to win this football game. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Now a run with Walker.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kenneth Walker with career touchdown number 70.
And the Vikings are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
McPherson on for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total walk.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This then uses motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level.